Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever! Ladies and gentlemen, today is part 1 of our brand new Let's Play here in Transport Fever, and we are going to make Britain great again. Oh yes, this little town that you're looking at here happens to be jolly old London town, it is! And yes, we are playing on a map that is in the shape of the United Kingdom, of Great Britain, and Northern Ireland, and the Republic of Ireland is there too. You know, they're here as well. They're a part of this. It's all good. And we're gonna make this whole thing absolutely amazing. This is a large map, for those of you curious. It is absolutely a large map. It doesn't necessarily go out to the corners of the full map, but that's fine, because we're gonna make something pretty cool here. I have some ideas. I'm gonna base my company out of London. And I'm going to do that because it means I can run a lot of train lines about the place, which is a thing in, you know, England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland to an extent. I can also do buses if I so desire, and to be honest, I'm gonna start with buses. I'm gonna use my usual bus tactic because, let's be honest, it kind of works. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pop into London, and we're gonna get ourselves a bus station, and we're gonna throw it just, let's see. To be honest, one bus station could probably do both Birmingham... Sorry, it's spelled Birmingham? I just noticed it's spelled Birmingham. Alright. To each their own, I suppose. We'll have one bus station just here. And that's going to do for Birmingham. We'll have one just over here, and it's going to do for Norwich. So it's going to go into... I reckon that spot, and I'll connect up the roads and stuff. It's going to pretty much destroy most of those houses. That's fine. That's fine. We've got like $20 million. No problem. Obviously, all of the great transport infrastructure in England was built using the US dollar. So, that's no big deal at all. Let's get another little station just in there. Let's use shift to precisely move these guys, though. So there we go, that can live in that little spot. And that's going to do for Brighton as well. So Brighton's down there, Birmingham is up there, and Norwich is over there. So let me go ahead and extend a medium street the whole way out to there. So that's going to do the job for that spot. I'll also go ahead and just extend that up to there, because I might as well. So there we go. So Birmingham... Brighton and Norwich. Are we gonna get one down to Plymouth? I don't think we are. I don't think we are. Unless, I mean, I could build a bridge over here, which I might do, actually. Oh, wow. Hold up a minute. That was an interesting bridge, that was. Let's see. So, when does this actually turn into regular road is my question. Because it's still pretty much a bridge. I think I'm going to do this, though. I think I'm going to take a bridge from that part of London over to Brighton and then connect this guy up to Plymouth. So, we're going to do that. We're going to build from there. And we're going to go a little bit like this. Let's try and keep it at a good level as well, so it's not too expensive to do this. And whilst I'm doing that, I would like to mention that if I sound a little bit weird... I'm ever so slightly getting a cold again. Yeah, I've had about 1 million of them this year. It kind of sucks, but I'm getting another one, and it doesn't help that it is absolutely freezing here in Northern Ireland at the moment. And on top of that, I'm using a new microphone. I was previously using the BCD1 from MXL microphones. I'm now using the SE4400A from SE Electronics. And I'm still getting it set up. I've also got like a new mixing desk and all that. I've changed my audio setup a little bit. I didn't need to. Everything sounded fine before. I just really wanted to. And I'm that kind of person. I'm like, hey, let's change my audio setup, even though I really don't need to. So, you know, that's a thing I did. I'm happy with it though. It looks really professional. Whether it sounds it, I don't know yet. We're gonna find out when I'm editing this video. I mean, I tested the microphone to make sure it didn't sound like butt, but there's only really one way to know. Anyway, what I'm gonna do is turn on this overlay so I can see where the residential and commercial zones are in Plymouth, which is kind of everywhere, but mostly here. So that is where the bus station here is going to go. It's going to go right in the middle of one of those areas. So let's put it this way and try and get it like right in that corner. So there we go. The Plymouth, that's not Plymouth, that's Brighton. The Brighton bus station is there. The Plymouth bus station can probably go in like this space. So let's do that and just throw it into that little gap, which is fine by me. Heading over to Birmingham. Good old jolly old Birmingham. That's that classic English city. Let's see, can I just get it in there? I feel like that's a really good spot for it, so we're going to do it there. And then we have, we've got Norwich, which is going to be slightly trickier. By the way, if you do have an adverse reaction to bad accents and you are easily triggered by them, I do apologize, but that's not going to stop me. So, with that said, let's go ahead and set up lines from London to Norwich, which is going to be Lon/Nor. And then we have London to Brighton, which is going to be Lon/Bry. Then we're going to have London to Plymouth, which is obviously London or Lun/Plym. So let's write that in a little bit. Lon/PL. We'll just do Ply. London/Ply. Then we'll go for one more, which is going to be London to Birmingham, which I will do as BIR, because it is supposed to be Birmingham, but I'm not changing the name, because I know there's going to be some people that are like, yo, that's really annoying me, and I'm going to be like, no, it's hilarious. So London to Birmingham. And then obviously we're going to need a series of lines that go around London. My question, though, is traffic drives on the right-hand side of the road. Okay. That's gonna have to be fine. So let me put a little bus stop just there. And let me put a little bus stop just there. And let's get the London loop. So it's gonna start there. And it's gonna go to there. There. Then over to this stop. Then it's gonna come out and go to that stop. Then go to this little bus stop. Then over to this fella. And it loops around pretty nicely, if I do say so myself. So we're going to rename that to the, I guess, Lun loop. There we go. So naming things this way, as I've mentioned before, is actually really good because it means that everything's grouped together. So all my lines that are based out of London are going to be grouped together. That's why when I'm transporting goods, I use the resource, the first item name, because that's the thing that's going to the next location. So I can see all of my lines that are carrying steel to somewhere, or planks to somewhere, or construction materials. You know, you get the idea. So that's why I name them the way that I do. But let's go ahead and get this little road depot in here. So it's gonna live just there. Alrighty, then we need buses. So we're gonna go for this fella because I can, and they're obviously gonna be in red because it's London. And we're gonna buy like, let's see, what are we gonna buy? We'll buy, I don't know how many. I feel like we'll start with 2 per line. So we'll buy 2. No, we'll buy 4. So there's 4, and they're going to go to Birmingham, and then we're going to send you guys to Brighton. Then we'll go 1, 2, 3, and Norwich, and 1, 2, 3, and Plymouth, and then we'll do like 1, 2, 3, and London Loop. I did send 4 to Birmingham, didn't I? No, I sent 4 to those as well. Why did I switch to 3 all of a sudden? We'll keep 3 on the London Loop, but Norwich and Plymouth both need another bus. So there we go. Hopefully those guys can do some good stuff. We'll go ahead and speed up the game a little bit and see what happens. Very expensive stuff that I'm doing at the moment, but we'll not worry too much about that. Let's just get them on their lines and hope for the best. So the good news is that people are immediately starting to use my lines. People are coming in from Norwich and are immediately wanting to get onto the London loop. So that is absolutely fantastic news. For example, some people just got off there and immediately went to the loop. And again, some people got off there and immediately went to the loop. So I feel like the London loop is maybe gonna need more buses. Because that Norwich line is... yeah, it's a little busy. And interestingly, none of my lines are currently making money. So, more buses might be needed. I mean, there's already a lot of people waiting up in Norwich for a bus to London. Not really that many people waiting in Brighton, but a few people waiting at this station to, I assume, go to Brighton? I have no idea. Plymouth, not so much. Birmingham, there's a few people waiting. We might, I reckon we'll start making money soon enough. But I do think it might be an idea to... oh yeah, the time on the Plymouth line is pretty bad. What if we just unlocked? The Lockheed Super Constellation. Okay, fair enough. We probably do want to improve the time on the Plymouth line, so... let's first off buy some new vehicles for the London Loop so we can start moving people about properly. So 1, 2, 3... we'll get 3 of them. We'll double what's on the London Loop line. So, there you go. You're waiting just over a minute to get a bus around London. As for the Plymouth line, I don't know. I guess I really should. I should improve the frequency of buses. So we're gonna give it a shot. It might bankrupt me, but we'll see. We'll get 4 of them. We'll set them on the Plymouth line, which brings it down to 3 minutes. Which I desperately hope is gonna be enough to start making money from that line. We shall absolutely see. There's a lot of people waiting here for a bus. Look at that. So many people wanting to get a bus around London. This is good though. This is exactly what it needs to be doing. We need to be getting people that are like, hey, this is London. I'm going to use public transport. Because that's going to be important. Now, while that's all going on, it is going to be worth having a look at where all of the industry is. So, over here, we have the London Machine Factory. Brighton Chemical Plant is down there. Brighton Farm is a food processing plant is down there. The Birmingham Oil Well is over there, as well as Birmingham Iron Ore Mine. But if I'm not mistaken, there is no coal on the mainland. There is a quarry, but the coal happens to be over in over here. Over near Limerick. So to the north of Limerick, you have coal mine 2, and over here you've got coal mine number 1. And then you've got your steel mill just south of Dublin, with a construction materials plant just outside of Limerick. You've got Dublin Forest, and then Belfast Quarry. So we are going to need to bring some coal over from Ireland if we want to have London expand as our primary industrial city. And if we don't want that to be the primary industrial city, then we need to take iron from Birmingham and Norwich and take it to, for example, Dublin. So boats are probably going to have to be a thing, which I'm excited about because I've never used cargo boats. So we're going to see how that goes. And immediately, there's a lot of people wanting to go to Birmingham. Are we making money? We are making money. Look at that. We're not making much. We're not making much. But that's fine. Is there are there people wanting to go from Plymouth? No, there's no one really wanting to go from Plymouth, but by the looks of it, there's quite a few people wanting to go to Plymouth. Yeah, trains really are going to be the best way to make money on a large map. Because the buses are a little bit slow, but trains are expensive. That's the thing. Trains are way too expensive to begin the game with. Unless, I mean, I could take out a massive loan. I absolutely could. But I don't know that I want to do that. I don't know that that's a thing I really want to do, so we're maybe not going to take out a massive loan just yet. We'll see what happens. There are so many people wanting to go to Plymouth, though. That's ridiculous. Like, there's what? Did anyone get off there? No, there's 56 people wanting to go to Plymouth. Where are the Plymouth buses? On their way back. Is it possible that it's really inefficient to have the buses sort of go that way? Would it maybe make more sense to bring a road across here? I feel like it might, but I'm not gonna do that just yet. I want to make sure everything is profitable, which, to be honest, it probably should be. Oh god, there's more people on the Plymouth line, aren't there? Nope, we're all right. All right, so that should be the first bus from Plymouth. 75.7k is all right by me. There's another one coming in, which is 64.3, and those people want to get immediately onto the London loop, so I think we're all right. I think the Plymouth line is attempting to make money. Birmingham is very profitable. Norwich is very profitable. And we are making money, it's just not much, so we're going to have to deal with that. It could absolutely be an idea to extend my bus lines from Birmingham up to Liverpool and over to Wales. I'm going to call this Wales because I'm not going to pretend to know how to pronounce that. We could do that. We absolutely could. And it's so tempting to continue a bus, you know, at least from Birmingham to Liverpool. I feel like it's a thing we could do. I don't know. I also feel like I want to continue this road at some point so you can go directly from Norwich to Leeds without having to go through, by the looks of it, London, Birmingham, Liverpool, and then to Leeds. I don't know. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. Let's get a little bus station into here. And let's just see if we can get buses that cover the majority of the British Isles, I suppose. Let's just also see how many buildings I can not destroy, please. I mean, I don't really want to destroy that many buildings, but I'm probably going to have to. Let's do it. There we go. Oh, we finally got the Mercedes-Benz 6600. Not a bad bus. Not a bad bus at all. I reckon that bus could take us from Birmingham to Liverpool. So let's set that up as the Birmingham/Liverpool line. And we could get some of those new buses on it. I'm just curious to see if this kind of thing is at all profitable. So let's... I mean, I reckon I will buy some of these new buses. I'm going to get them in blue, though, because they're going to be outside of London. So, 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. And Birmingham to Liverpool. And I do sincerely hope that they do some good stuff. Because what that does is that links Liverpool up to everything else, because you can go Liverpool to Birmingham, Birmingham to London, get on the loop and go to Norwich, Brighton, or Plymouth. So there's a lot of options there, which is important, I think. It's also risky. It's risky doing this because I might very well end up, you know, losing a lot of money. But I'm hopeful. You know, I have to live in hope that the people of Liverpool are gonna be nice and kind. They're gonna be a friendly bunch and are gonna actually use my buses. Oh, this guy's keen. All right, who's that? That is 1954-0. That's a great name. And then we got 1954-9. You're cool and all, and you look like you're a builder, I think. But you're no 1954-0, so yeah, get lost, mate. There's you're not welcome around here. There is one person wanting to go to Liverpool, which is pretty cool. A lot of people wanting to get to London though. So I am going to have to upgrade these lines at some point, but we'll see what happens. Let's take a little look at this. These are all bringing in a small profit, so that's fine. The Birmingham-Liverpool line will, I'm sure, eventually bring in a profit. We could, we honestly could just link up everything, couldn't we? We could go, London-Birmingham, then switch, Birmingham-Liverpool, switch, Liverpool-Leeds, switch, Leeds-Edinburgh, switch, Edinburgh-Glasgow, switch, Glasgow-Belfast, switch, Belfast-Dublin, switch, Dublin-Limerick, end of the line. But you can also have like Glasgow, Edinburgh-Glasgow, switch, Inverness, and you're done. And this video, thanks to me saying switch that many times, is now brought to you proudly by Nintendo. But you get the idea. I could basically force people into using 2 lines if they want to get anywhere that's not the next city. And it's tempting. It's very tempting because it would be the basis for what will eventually be a train line that kind of does that. Like, obviously, I'm probably going to set up things that are like, London to Edinburgh direct. Because I think that's a thing. I think you can get a train from London to, like, an express train from London to Edinburgh. But it's going to be, like, kind of expensive. I do obviously want to set up plane lines. I want to be able to fly from London to Edinburgh and London to Dublin and London to Belfast. But again, that's going to be a thing that we get into way down the line. Because at the moment, money could be better. There are a lot of people wanting to go from Liverpool though. Which is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. People are like, yeah, let's go from Liverpool to Birmingham. And that line is making a little bit of money, I think. You've got 23 of 23 passengers. Is that line making money? No, it isn't. It's attempting to, but it isn't quite making money just yet. It will eventually, though. I'm fairly confident in saying that eventually it'll make some money. I do realize the problem, though, is that the more people I start bringing from other cities, the busier, every other city's gonna get. But I feel like I really want to try that. So I'm going to set up a few road depots at least. So I'm going to set up one there, up in Liverpool. Then I want one in Edinburgh. Then we'll throw it just sort of there, possibly. End of the road. I don't know. Let's see. Can we get it in there? No. Can I get it in there? Yes, so that'll do. Alright, so those road depots in Liverpool and Edinburgh are going to make it a bit easier to transfer people about. But I would like to briefly expand my bus lines. I reckon it might be a good idea. We'll see. We'll see what happens, Nothing that's worthwhile comes without risk. That's more or less a thing that I like to say to myself from time to time. So, we'll go Liverpool transfer to Lower Leeds and back. So that's going to be the Liv/Lee line. Then we're going to go from Leeds to... we'll just go Leeds to Edinburgh. Which really should be a train line, because it's a bloody long journey. But we'll try it anyway. It's not really going to fit there. Can I get it in there? Yeah, it's going to bulldoze a lot of buildings, but, well, they're going to have to deal with that. That's not my problem, it's theirs. So, bye-bye. Alright, then we'll get that line set up. So it's going to be Leeds to Edinburgh. That's a long drive. That is a long drive. So Lee/Eddie. There we go. Alright. We probably should get a bus that goes Birmingham to Wales as well. Because this place is tiny, good lord. Like properly tiny. So we'll throw that just in there, I guess. That gives us full coverage. And we're going to go from Wales to... I'm actually going to do Liverpool. Because I think it's about the same distance, but it's fine. So that's going to be Liv/ I guess, Abe. Alright. So that's the lines set up. We have Liverpool to Leeds, Leeds to Edinburgh, and Liverpool to, I'm going to call it Wales, because again, I don't know how to pronounce that, so I'm not worried about it. And let's get the buses for it. The buses, of course, going to be kind of expensive, but I mean, everything is making money at this point. So let's buy some road vehicles. They're all going to be blue. I'm thinking that blue, though. Possibly that blue. We'll go with that blue, because why not? And we'll buy 1, 2, 3, 4 of these guys and set them on the Liverpool to Wales line, which is a 3-minute frequency, which isn't good. Let's buy 2 more of those and set them on the Liverpool to Wales line, which is 124. That's perfect. All right, Liverpool to Leeds. 1, 2, 3, 4. And has a 142. Yeah, that's fine in frequency. Now, Leeds to Edinburgh. 4, 5, 6 buses. Leeds to Edinburgh, 4-minute frequency. Let's get up to 10 buses for that line. Leeds to Edinburgh, 141 frequency. So that's fine. Obviously very expensive what I've just done there. But here's hoping that it becomes nice and profitable, because what that in theory should do is that opens up, you know, that opens up traveling from you know, Plymouth all the way up to Edinburgh if you wanted to. Which is some expensive expansion. And that's a beautiful piece of alliteration right there. Expensive expansion. Beautiful alliteration, if I do say so myself. But what it also is really expensive. So I'm hoping that the people of Edinburgh are maybe going to be interested in taking some of my buses to the south. And wouldn't you know, they do. They actually want to go to the south. Who have we got here? You. Hi, my name's 33017. I work in Leeds, you know. I live in Edinburgh, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm going to work down in Leeds. It might take me several days to get there, but when I do, the work I do is valuable. You know, there ain't no one could replace me. No one in Leeds could do the job I do. Oh, what do? I'm a professional alcoholic. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Edinburgh is a beautiful city. I love Scotland. I'm so sorry. Oh, Callum, I'm so sorry. Oh, Christ. I'm Irish. I can say that. Alright? I love Edinburgh is a beautiful city. Scotland is a beautiful place. I really want to visit Edinburgh again sometime. I was there in 2010 for... This is like when people say, no, I'm not prejudiced, and here's why. No, I was in Edinburgh in 2010, very briefly, but since, what was it, November 10th or something, 2010, I was there for a gig. Since that day, I've just wanted to go back, because I had 2 days in Edinburgh. One of them was getting in and going to the gig. The next day was pretty much going to the airport. I've been waiting to go back ever since. It's a beautiful, beautiful city, and if you ever do get the opportunity to go, I highly recommend it. But, oh, I'm a terrible human being. I'm so sorry. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm gonna leave it there for today. I'm excited to see how my bus lines go. The Leeds to Edinburgh line is gonna be a risky one. It's not gonna make that much money. The Liverpool to Wales line hopefully will eventually, and the Liverpool to Leeds line, I'm hoping we'll start making some money as well. Everything else is, London to Birmingham is gonna be a very profitable line, because that's the line that opens up, you know, the south, basically. So, basically, Norwich, London, Brighton, and Plymouth, to get to the north, have to go London to Birmingham. That is a line they have to do. So that line is going to continue to be profitable, which is very good news. It might actually be worth getting an extra bus or 2 on that line at some point, but we will, we'll see about that. Birmingham to Liverpool is already quite profitable. I mean, the Liverpool to Leeds line's getting there as well. Honestly, Leeds to Edinburgh is my biggest concern, because there are people that want to go there, but I don't know if there's enough demand for people wanting to go up that way. I mean, Liverpool's quite busy. Yeah, Birmingham to Liverpool is quite a busy line, so we'll see how that goes. We'll absolutely see how that goes. I don't think we're losing as much money as we're making. I'm not certain, but I think we are making a small profit. I think. We'll see. We will absolutely see. Anyway, ladies and gents, I am going to leave it there for today. So thank you, Hannah, for watching. This has been part 1 of our Make Britain Great Again campaign in Transport Fever. If you like the video, It is, of course, part 1, so it would be great to know that people are excited about the new series. But with that said, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!